Today I'm gonna be showing how you can make your pivot turn much better. Good to see you. I hope you are having a fantastic day there. I'm having here because look at this weather. Sun is shining and everything is going pretty well. I'm gonna be showing you how you can make pivot turns easier today. And I need a haircut, or do I? Comment below if I need a haircut. For those of you that don't know what is a pivot turn, here's a pretty good example of a perfectly done pivot turn by Graham Jarvis. It's a good little trick, especially for hard enduro and stuff like where you have these obstacles that you need to get over, or you have let's say you have a hill climb that you fail and then you need to be like turning your bike around. This technique is widely used by the top hard enduro riders and the top endurocross riders.
First and only real tricky pace on the circuit.
This technique is like a super version of everything that you need in enduro. Clutch skill, brake skill, balance, strength in your arms, and how to use your suspension as your tool, and it has everything in it. When I first started trying this trick, and I remember like being so scared what is going to happen after I get the front wheel up to the air, and sometimes it can go over and sometimes it can go like a little sideways, but if you just master the basic stuff that you need with this trick before you do it like completely, I think that's the right way to approach this little nice trick. I'm gonna go now to the bike. I will show you first easy exercise that will help you in the future. So the first thing is to put your bike in the first gear and hold the clutch. So when I start to practice, I move my butt to the rear of the bike, and then I put my leg to the rear brake. I always have the rear brake covered. I hope you can see it from the GoPro. And the next thing you want to do is like simply just lift the front wheel a little up and then bring it down with the rear brake. The reason why you're doing this is to master the rear brake like properly. And I did it only with the help of my clutch. One finger. I use only one finger on the clutch all the time. I would say that I'm a tall guy, and if I go to the rear of the bike and just reach the throttle, as you can see, my bike already like does this little wheelie. I know that there's people that aren't as tall as I am, or as heavy as I am. What I want you to do, get help from your forks. They go down, and when they rebound, they will help you to lift your bike up. And same time as the bike comes up again, you need to release the clutch and gently release it. And give only like, you can see how little I turn the throttle like in the end. I keep it just like steady, pull the forks down and off you go. And then just brake it down. Do the rear braking practice as long as you feel like comfortable with the rear brake. And that is really important, just like up and down. Up and down. Try to practice it that it's so smooth, like up, not slam it down. Don't slam it down, but just like go up and down. So I can lift the clutch a little, you can see it better. I hope you can see the clutch. When I hit the brakes, I try to soften the landing with like this little clutch movement. And I have the feeling with my finger when the bike starts to go down that I need to slow it down a little, like I hope you can see it from the video. I'm letting it go like this super smoothly. Oh my! I have my gasoline light on, whatever that means in a two-stroke. Thank you, KTM. Thanks for the notice. If you have this small uphill, it will help you learn the wheelie, because the bike starts to wheelie itself more easily, like so. Always use your clutch perch and brake perch like they are movable. When you have done enough of the braking practice, you can start doing longer wheelies. I started with just going straight. Just learn to lean back more and try to keep the front wheel on the balance point. Because if you got it like, if you have it there, it's harder to maintain the wheel up in the air. If you can make the angle a little higher, it's much easier to go forward. And the same principle applies to wheelies. You want to lift the bike or the front wheel a little higher and try to keep it like in the same spot with your clutch and your rear brake. So you start like going just forward and leaning back and twisting throttle, and I try to keep my revs as small as I can. It's good always to have your, when you're starting, to have your feet or your non-brake side boot on the ground or near the ground. If the bike tries to escape from you, you have your another feet on the ground. That's a great insurance if you, in case you have a brake failure or something. When you have mastered the going straight part, the next thing is to hit the turning part. It's quite simple, because basically what you're doing, if you leave this leg to the ground, you have basically your balance point is on the side of the bike. The bike frame goes there. Basically this bike turns to the left by itself. Same thing if you go balls deep and leave the brake pedal alone and do it to the right side. Basically what I do is I start, and the bike starts to turn by itself, because you have the balance is on the left side already. I don't know if you can see anything. My tripod cameraman is he's pretty. Maybe I should upgrade this cameraman to something better. Like, whoopsie doopsie. So yeah, basically the pivot turn starts to turn by itself like this. And you just hang there and give throttle, or like so. I can try if I can do it on the other side without brake. You have to be super careful with the throttle and the clutch. You have to like predict where the balance point is going to hit, twist the throttle back right before it. Yeah, it goes pretty well without the rear brake. Yeah. What was that? That's not nice. I hope that it's not the radiator. I hope. It's something definitely, but I only hope it's... Do not open when hot. Yeah. And this is how you change your radiator fluids. So yeah, that's almost like everything that I have in mind for pivot turns. And at some point I want to make a pivot turn video number 2. And for that video I need your clips. If you are doing this training or these amazing Jarvis style pivot turn, film yourself and upload it to YouTube and comment below or via Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Send me a link. When I have enough of pivot turns from you guys, I will make a pivot turn video number 2. Remember to have the patience to learn the basic stuff first and then just go. Don't just like rush into it, and don't just like I want to do the turning and everything and spinning and backflips and everything. Don't do that. Just start slow and you will get there. First you struggle a little, and then at some point there's this one movement. So easy after that one, when you have the click happening in your head. When you have mastered this pivot turn, you can make it harder by using any logs or any rocks or you can put any obstacles to your way when you're doing this pivot turn. That will make you like you have to react to the obstacle and use the balance point and twist the balance point a little, and that is also one really important skill to have if you're riding trails, because you have to always like adapt to the nature and adapt to the ground and what is in front of you. Like mixing different things with your training is always like crucial. That will make you a better rider, and it will make you also a much safer rider. You don't crash so much, you enjoy much more of the riding. There's all kinds of benefits from doing the hard work, like practicing stuff before just like riding. This is fun, but you need to concentrate I have said this before, but you need to concentrate what you're doing also, even though it's fun at the same time. If you have tried every single thing that I said in this video, you still struggle with the pivot turn, you should consider how is your bike setup, because your bike setup, of course, it will affect to how easy this trick is to execute. Starting from the tires and then suspension and everything, they all work together, and when the clutch is engaging and everything, it all matters in this trick. But the biggest part is of course yours. But if you have the bike set up correctly, it will help you when you're making this trick. That's how you do pivot turns. Easy, right? Just go out and do it and film it and send it to me. YouTube has this thing, thumb up button, and if you press it, I can guarantee that your pivot turns will be like through the roof, like crazy. But no, not just kidding. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you are new here. And I will see you maybe next, let's say, in a couple of days, because there is another video happening maybe here, I don't know. And comment below if you like this new stuff that I make, like almost 3 times a week. I try. There hasn't been any week with 3 videos, but I'm trying it, and we will see you in the next one. Ciao!